Westpac lowers their mortgage stress test. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian here and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee. Let's have a look at this news.com.au article about Westpac lowering its mortgage stress test. Now, I honestly think this is a very good idea because due to APRA's rules requiring a certain buffer on the interest rate calculations, people who are trying to refinance to a lower rate and save money and be under less stress paying their mortgage couldn't do it. So this is a smart move. This is really good. We want to see more of this. Okay, Westpac to lower the stress test on some refinance applications as interest rates skyrocket. So Westpac will lower the stress test for homeowners looking to refinance in a bid to help borrowers avoid mortgage prison. Now, the media loves talking about this. This is where, well, your situation isn't as rosy as it once was, or the environment around you changed, so you're kind of trapped with one mortgage. You may not even be able to get a better deal with the bank that you're with because of the rules that are set by a third party. This is the problem. When we want to remove all the risk, we want everything to be safe, you regulate the hell out of it, people get stuck in these situations, and they're worse off. Nearly 900,000 Australians who secured record low interest rates on a fixed-term mortgage during the COVID-19 pandemic will have come off the rate and face significantly higher levels of interest on their new repayments. Making matters worse, some looking to refinance their loans with a new bank in the hope of a lower interest rate are finding they are trapped where they are as they cannot pass a financial stress test. Yeah, I mean, it's you're probably fine. But under the standard test, a bank checks a borrower's finances to ensure they would still be able to make repayments if interest rates rose by 3% more than the rate they are currently looking to borrow at. So you could be trying to get a lower rate than you are, say you're at 6% now and you want to get a 5% one, but they're going to calculate you at paying 8%. So, and then you say, oh, sorry, you can't afford to pay 8%, but I'm not paying 8%. I'm already paying 6%. I want to pay 5%. I want to save money. Oh, no, sorry, we can't let you do that. APRA says no. There you go. This is what happens, guys. From next week, Westpac will allow some people to look to refinance their mortgage to be tested under a modified serviceability assessment rate if they do not pass the standard serviceability test. To be eligible, customers must have a credit score of more than 650 and a good track record of paying down all existing debts over the last 12 months. The move has been lauded by Rate City, which has called on the banking regulator to lower the assessment rate for people looking to refinance existing loans. Yeah, no, that's a brilliant idea. It should be removed. If you're looking to refinance at a lower loan, the buffer should be ignored. The current buffer of 3 percentage points helps ensure new borrowers don't take out excessive debts compared to their incomes, a statement for the financial comparison website reads. However, the test is locking some existing borrowers into mortgage prison. See, this is just the nanny state that Australia's in, guys. APRA want to make sure you don't borrow too much, even though some people borrowing insane amounts to buy houses is just necessary, sadly. These are often households that borrow at or near capacity when rates were at record lows and the APRA stress test was at 2.5%. Yet it is these borrowers that are likely to need rate relief more than ever to help stay afloat. While different stress tests for new and existing borrowers would be more complicated for the bank to implement, enabling people in mortgage prison to refinance could potentially help prevent some from defaulting on their loan. And it could give Westpac a point of difference to kind of hoover up a whole lot of new customers. I mean, think about it. Even if you offer someone a bit of a deal for a couple of years so they go through a rough patch, then you got them locked in for another 20, 30 years. You buy that loyalty. You don't want to be loyal. You want to use one bank off the other guys, but you know what I mean. You know what Westpac wants to do. Data from the RBA in April predicted 880,000 Australians who had fixed their mortgage rates when interest rates were at record lows would have come off their rate and face huge increases to the interest payments on their loans by the end of 23. Research Director Sally Tyndall said Westpac's decision was a strategic move to help bring in new customers and still adhere to responsible lending practices. There you go. Yeah, that's what it is. I think this is a good move, to be honest. Why not? I mean, why should APRA, do we even need a 3% buffer anymore? Let the banks manage the risk and the individuals manage it. Particularly if you're going down in your interest rates. Yeah. She also called on APRA to lower the stress test, saying many Australians who borrow at capacity when interest rates were at record lows were now struggling with spiking repayments. It seems ridiculous to keep these borrowers locked up in mortgage prison when a decent rate cut could be enough to help them stay afloat, she said. Yes, well, yeah, no, she's right. She's definitely right. These borrowers have already signed up to the debt. The damage is done. Well, that's not... No. That's not damage is done. No. They've taken on that responsibility, and now they want to negotiate a better deal, but the artificial buffers that are in place by the regulator aren't allowing them to take advantage of that. Because, I mean, what's the point of the buffer anyway? We're already higher than that. So it means nothing. Maybe they should be instantly able to, say you borrowed at, 3%, the buffer is, 6%. Maybe if you go anywhere between those two numbers, even if you're above and going back in there, it should be instant approval. There should be no concern about buffers or anything. You're allowed to borrow anywhere within that rate automatically now because you were assessed in it previously. It's not all this bullshit what happens in 5 years' time if that rate happens to go up. But that'd make sense, wouldn't it? Anyway, giving them a way to minimize the fallout is what they need now, and it's important to have a range of lenders that they can choose from. Yes, you want competition. So let's have a bit of a talk about this one, guys. I think this is a good move. I think APRA really needs to be more flexible with these buffer arrangements. And the question is, I honestly think you need to have a window, that if you're going back into that interest rate window, you should be fine. What do you reckon, guys? Do you think we need the buffer, the APRA buffers? Is it for the public or is it to keep the banks safe? You tell me. As always, thanks for watching. Check out HeiseBIM or Heise Does if you're interested in my content. If you want to support the channel, you can on YouTube or Patreon. Use our referral links, buy our pocket squares, or call us if you need an architect. Nope, wrong button. Take care, guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next episode of HeiseSays. I've got too many buttons on my Stream Deck pointing at different things. Oh boy, I'm getting tired. I think I need to go home and play computer games and just relax.